The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. This is the United Podcast Network.
It's time for a crunch or two. It's time for a little something something. It's time for the Snack Authority. The Snack Authority. The authority on snacks. Snacks of all kinds. From the most common and wildly famous to the most obscure and unknown. The Snack Authority. Snacking all the time so you don't have to.
Happy November, guys, and welcome to the Snack Authority, broadcasting live from the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. The Snack Authority is a weekly podcast where we dig into the history, taste, and flavor of local snacks, national favorites, and even some bizarre and international treats, alone or in head-to-head battles. I'm Jess, and with me is my panel of snacking experts. We have Dave, Mikey, and our producer, ever faithful Ed.
I'm waving too, and I'm hungry. Cookies.
Today, we are doing the crunchy chocolate chip cookies. So we have three contenders. One was actually kicked out right before the show. So we have extras. I think milk chocolate is an advantage.
Yeah, we just want them to be the same. So we're talking not the soft cookie. It's going to be the It's going to be the regular crunchy.
These are working man's cookies.
Yes.
The regular chocolate chip cookie we all know and love.
So these are the kinds you buy and you have in your house and you end up eating the whole thing.
Yeah, because they're already half stale, so you never know if they do go stale because they're already hard.
I don't know if they're stale.
Actually, you know what? I think it's the polar opposite with the Chips Ahoy. When it gets old, it gets chewy. You ever notice that?
No.
I didn't.
Oh, I've never had one. Well, old on me.
I think what happens, especially in the summer, is they start to absorb the humidity, and then it seems like a soft cookie, but it's just a wet cookie.
That's kind of
Yeah, it's a little disturbing.
All right.
a little questionable.
So we got Chips Ahoy. We have famous Amos, although I would say Chips Ahoy is more famous than Amos.
Oh, yeah.
I would say so, yeah.
And what is this one that I don't know this?
This is Trader Joe's. They're little mini cookies, and they come in a giant tub, which is kind of awesome.
All right.
This is 1 pound, 2 ounces of happiness right here.
All right.
Yeah.
It's like a tub of popcorn, except cookies. I'm looking for that.
So, I mean, maybe I can talk about the history of chocolate chip cookies while we serve some
Well,
up.
we played them up.
Now, Dave, do you know where the chocolate chip cookie was invented?
I'm going to go with Germany.
No.
All right. I
I'm
went
gonna
with
go with
chocolate, German chocolate.
Midwest.
No,
United States.
It was invented at the Toll House Inn in Whitman, Mass.
That makes
Hence
sense.
the name-
Massachusetts.
In Massachusetts, not far from here.
No, by Chef Ruth Graves, Wakefield, and Chef Sue Brides, and that was in 1938.
That's it, huh?
Cool.
That's it.
I didn't know it was a
Chocolate
local.
chip cookie is not even 100 years
And
old.
even at that point, it was pretty regional, but during World War II, a lot of snack stuff developed in that era. The soldiers from Massachusetts were getting these Toll House cookies sent to them overseas.
So what's the difference between a Toll House cookie and a chocolate chip cookie?
Same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing.
All right.
So now, does that family still own Toll House morsels?
No, they do not. I mean, the morsels themselves were Nestle chocolate chips, right? So every Nestle bag has the original recipe right on it for the Toll House cookie.
Which are amazing.
Yeah, and these guys, of course, are on the Chips Ahoy, that's Nabisco. For just cookie ingredients, Nestle's the one people go to.
So we don't have Nestle, though.
No, but that's just the chip, right?
Okay.
Yeah, they own Toll House.
If you're going to
morsels.
make your own.
Do they make a finished cookie?
No, I think I've seen them maybe making the dough now. You know, the cookie dough
There
you
is
can
the dough.
buy.
Okay. But you can't
Nestle
buy a
does.
finished hard
do
Toll
not believe
House cookie. You would
could
think.
I looked for it.
candy.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they make
Yeah.
that?
Well, they
So-
should.
So what happened during the war is the people from Mass sent these cookies overseas. Then the other soldiers from other parts of the country started telling their families, I need Toll House cookies. So it just sort of exploded from there.
That's always a good thing.
Well, I got a plate of cookies here.
I didn't really mess around this time because they're cookies.
OMG. Okay, so
And you don't have to write on them because it's pretty obvious which one each one is. We have the smallest one is the Trader Joe's crispy, crunchy chocolate chip cookies. And then the next size up is the famous Amos. These are bite-size cookies,
The
chocolate
lighter in
chips.
color.
And they are lighter in color. And look at this one.
I'm trading with you. I'm trading with you. I love the ones with no visible chocolate.
Really?
It's like a weird It's a weird thing.
It's at the bottom. It's sunk because if
It
you look,
did.
if you flip it over, it's there.
But I like it to look naked.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, the Trader Joe's look kind of pale, I think would be the word I use.
No, you think of the famous
No,
Amos.
the
That's
famous
the
Amos
famous
is
Amos.
stacked.
looks like it's
Okay.
undercooked.
Yeah, it does. It looks like dough that isn't even cooked yet. And the most cooked, I would say, finished off is the Chips Ahoy with the lift-off front, which I like the lift-off front, by the way. I don't know when that was started, but it's easy access, baby.
Yeah.
Look at the
and
chips.
you know
You don't have
that,
to worry about crinkling up the bag and putting a clothespin on it and stuff.
and you know that works well for the Oreos too, right? You just
Those don't
open
last.
it up
Yeah.
and you get a row of those.
Get a row.
The only problem with
And
the
that's
Oreo
how I
one,
do my cookies, by
You
the
got to
row.
reach in to get
you
at
even
some
notice
of
when
the
you
row.
pull it open, the ones on the side are like
Yeah.
stuck under the lip.
It's not easy access.
Yeah. All right, so we do this in size, smallest to largest?
Yeah,
Yes.
I would. I don't know. I'm pretty excited right now. So
All right.
Is it
just
just
anywhere you
me,
want
or
to
do all the chocolate chips in these cookies look shrunk?
They're not as big as the
Traditional,
the
yeah.
traditional Nestle's chocolate chips. All right, so we're starting with which one? The baby?
Baby.
The baby ones, the dark baby ones.
The Trader Joe. Mm-hmm. Nothing wrong with that.
These are amazing. These melt in your mouth. They're
They're
the perfect
crispy.
size.
And you don't bite, you just pop it, right?
They're crispy, but they're not like cut the roof of your mouth crispy.
And I think that probably helps with mess factor, right? Because when you're taking a bite out of a crunchy cookie, you're
Although
going to get crumbs.
I will tell you, the tub is a clear tub. And
Oh,
you
yeah.
can see all the
Dust.
dust at the bottom, a lot of it, too.
So Trader Joe's is an American chain of grocery stores. They're based in California and owned at this point by a German private equity family trust.
Okay.
Okay.
The chain began in 1958 when Joe Coulomb created a chain called Pronto Market, and it was convenience stores that it started as. And then he saw, okay, I can't compete with 7-Eleven, so
Okay.
he took it in a different direction. And the first Trader Joe's opened in 1967.
All right.
As of last year, there were 474 Trader Joe's around the United
Good for
States.
you.
So you have to buy these at a Trader Joe's.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
mean-
store-bought cookie.
I got
Wow.
them on Amazon because Amazon has everything.
Okay.
Thank you, Amazon.
But and Trader Joe's sells a lot of items under their own private brand.
Yeah.
But they're not making anything.
They don't
But
make cookies.
No, they require the brand name people who make them. It's a non-disclosure. You can't publicize that you're making them for Trader Joe's.
No, isn't Trader Joe's saying like a Whole
So-
Foods, it's all organic and stuff?
I don't think it's quite as out there as a Whole Foods, but they tend to. It's not the kind of place you can go and buy everything for the week. They tend to have a lot of snack items or nuts and things
That's
like
shopping
that.
for the weekend.
Yeah. Depends who you are.
I guess that's the truth.
So I wonder if we, while we're detecting this, we have no idea who makes it. Maybe it's one of these other two guys.
Possibly. It wouldn't surprise me if the famous Amos is actually made by Chips Ahoy.
Okay, let's go to Famous Amos now. This is the medium-sized one in light in color.
It's a happy face.
Oh, it is. Happy
I'm
face.
so happy right now. My chocolate chips on the bottom, if you guys are listening, look like a happy face, which is my face.
It's got more crunch to it.
More crunch.
The dark chocolate, it's a darker tasting chocolate, a little more bitter on the bittersweet
It's a bigger
side.
piece of chocolate that you're in.
Oh, guys, if I could spit this out, I really would.
Get out of here.
That's gross.
Now,
I was going to say way better than the first one.
it's,
The ingredients,
although
big
that,
pieces of chocolate.
don't get
lots
us
of
wrong,
crunchy-
that first one was still
Nope.
very delicious. And,
But there's a lot of cookie and a lot of chocolate.
yep. And
It's a step up for sure to me.
Famous Amos was founded in 1975 in Los Angeles by Wally Amos. And he started this company with an investment of $25,000 from Marvin Gaye and Helen Reddy.
Really?
I love Marvin Gaye.
Helen Reddy, I am woman. Hear me roar.
Are
no?
you?
No, you are. But you did. You said I love Marvin Gaye. I thought you were going to go with Helen Reddy because she was the all for women.
That's a giant chunk of
I'm all for
chocolate.
Marvin
that
Gaye.
Amos.
'Cause-
Well, that chunk of chocolate, then.
Yeah.
The Famous Amos were all, individual stores, the same way Mrs. Fields
Correct.
started. And, it grew rapidly until the 80s and then started to decline. Then they went through 5 different owners in rapid succession before ending up with Keebler. And
The Elves.
in 2001, Keebler was purchased by Kellogg, who still owns the brand. And Keebler was interesting, right? Because Dave knows I was out desperately trying to find Keebler chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
But all of theirs around here seem to be the Chips Deluxe, which adds M&Ms to the chocolate chips. And
Those are amazing.
It seemed unfair, though, for our purposes in this
Just want
test.
to make this notice.
Those are
She's
a
going back in for extra of the first cookie, just so everybody knows.
You guys
This
should
is an
not-
audio show, and you can't see. And she thinks nobody was paying attention. What?
Oh,
Nothing.
Dave, you squealed. I actually had to put my other 3 famous Amos aside. I
And
really,
Mikey grabs the famous Amos, and there will be no waste here on the Snack
No,
Authority.
there won't. But
No, there was a look of total disgust on her face, though, when she tried that cookie.
Yeah.
I think it's a more premium cookie.
I like the chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the chocolate, like the dough more on the first one.
All right, I think Chips Ahoy.
next, Wee-hoo.
Okay, the Chips Ahoy debuted in 1963. The name is a reference to the nautical term Chips Ahoy.
Oh.
Chips Ahoy.
Woohoo.
And Chips Ahoy are baked and marketed by Nabisco, a subsidiary of Mondelez, which is one of the behemoths out there. But they're the only ones that had any viable commercial for this week.
Ah.
Bet you can't do it.
Are you kidding?
Bet you can't bite a Chips Ahoy cookie without biting a chip.
No problem.
See, you bit one.
One more chance.
We put lots of pure chocolate chips into every Chips Ahoy cookie. So every time you bite a Chips Ahoy, we bet you bite a chip.
I bit a chip.
Bit one, huh?
I was just warming up.
When you bite a Chips Ahoy, we bet you bite a chip.
Not fair. It's full of chips.
They make a
You
good
win.
They make a good point. I just analyzed these. I would have to take the tiniest little nibble off the edge to miss biting a chocolate chip.
Yeah. They're loaded.
Delicious.
They're the biggest.
I buy Chips Ahoy. Like, I buy them.
Yeah.
I have them a lot.
That's your regular go-to.
If I'm going to get a chocolate chip cookie, these ones or the ones with the M&Ms in it, the Keebler ones that I was
These are-
talking about.
These are one of the few cookies I actually do like a glass of milk to dip it in.
That one specifically, why?
I don't know. Just 'cause
Well, they hold up. They're
Yeah.
a little overcooked.
they do suck in the juice, the milk. A nice soggy biscuit going on.
I'm pretty happy right now. I really like cookies for breakfast.
I've made my mind up already.
Same here.
On the Chips Ahoy, you get almost a little bit of, I'm not saying it tastes like real butter, but buttery finish on the Chips Ahoy.
Chips Ahoy are a classic. You can make, if you put Cool Whip in the middle, put
Oh,
it together, toss it in the freezer. It's no
Well-
joke, man.
Now, I did go searching
cream.
for some Little Debbie's, but their thing with the chocolate chip cookie is to have the cream-filled sandwich
Oh, shut up.
of the chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel that was fair. But
It's also a
we'll-
soft baked cookie too.
Is it? Yeah. And Entenmann's is a soft-baked cookie that often
and we'll
comes
do
out
it. We'll do a show with them, and then after we do a thing, we'll go
right.
hard to soft or something. But
Because-
right now, this is the traditional chocolate chip cookie, I would say.
Right. Even Chips Ahoy makes a soft-baked now.
When you make a Toll House cookie, you make a cookie at home. It starts off soft as soon as it comes out, but it gets hard. It turns into this.
So you may or may not know I'm big on baking chocolate chip cookies. Mine are not chips. They're big chunks of chocolate. So there's a lot of different approaches to the chocolate chip cookie. Some turn, hard. The ones I like just have a little bit of crunch on the outside, but still maintain a little bit of chewy on the inside.
You're a magic worker.
Mine would win.
Yeah?
There's no doubt about it.
And what's the chew? What's happening inside that has chewy inside?
So you're just not baking it completely through. If you bake it all the way through, I mean, even a cake. If you bake a cake, if you let it go too long, it's not that the cake burns. It's going to lose some of the moisture, the natural moisture, right? Because you're putting butter in there, which is going to give it a little bit of chew. But a cake left too long will dry out on you.
Now, if you shortening in a cookie, will that keep it moisture longer?
Shortening is a different approach from butter. Butter has a pretty high water content. So if you make a cake, for example, from butter, it tends to be drier than using a vegetable oil, right? Because vegetable oil and water and all that. So an oil-based cake will typically be moister than a butter-based cake. Man, I know too much about baking. Don't I?
No. Did you watch Good Eats?
Yes.
I have a deep and abiding love for that man, and you remind me of him.
Alton Brown.
Alton Brown is my hero. He
Scientist.
had an episode.
Yeah.
3 different kinds of chocolate chip cookie recipes: the chewy, the cakey, and the crunchy.
Right.
I
And
make the chewy to this day.
you know what? The flour you use makes a difference, too,
Mm-hmm.
because they have different gluten content. So I use a combination of bread flour and pastry flour.
Really?
Oh, I've thought through
Oh,
these cookies to
wow.
the max. But anyway, back to the more mundane.
Jess has eaten all her cookies completely,
did.
even
Except-
after filling it up.
That
it's
was
the
the-
first time ever
I know.
that you're through all your stuff before everybody else is. So your thing is chocolate chip cookies.
I really love cookies.
You know, this is
really
your
love
thing.
cookies.
So you're the pro because you're into it, and I love it. Don't get me wrong, but at the end of the show, there's usually some extra in Jess's plate,
Yeah.
and nobody else's. And this time, hers is completely empty, and she went back in for extras,
I really
and it's
love
completely empty, and we all have cookies left.
Although, Dave, as you know, it
You guys
took
are
me
quitters.
several days to get through last week's Starburst. I think you had one at the table just
Yes,
the
I
other
did.
day. Well, when you're desperate times call for
Mm-hmm.
desperate measures.
Absolutely. I heard that a Skittle, by the way, bring them back last week. Every Skittle, although different colors and different aroma, are all the same flavor.
Seriously? Why do I go through all the trouble of matching up each color?
No reason.
Then what do they say on the back of the bag? They're all different flavors.
They're all different aromas, but they're all exactly the
so
same
candy
flavor.
coating is probably
which I
different.
would say is the inside
Yeah.
of the square thing you were just talking about.
The Starburst.
Starburst. It's a Starburst inside.
Same company.
Same company?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
All right.
You feel deceived.
Yeah.
I feel duped. I feel lied to. I feel like I'm breaking up with
So you
all those
get the
fruits
same
and
thing, color them all different, and say, oh, there's a rainbow of flavors. There's a rainbow of flavors.
eggs. Yeah. Hey,
Flavors just in the shell, though.
side note,
Yeah.
May 15th, we're going to have to revisit this episode.
Is that National Chocolate Chip
That
Cookie
is
Day?
National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. Mama
No,
likes
maybe
her
we can do
food
the chunk.
holidays.
Maybe we do the chewy versus the crispy then.
Yeah.
Maybe Alton Brown wants to hang out.
Yeah, have them on the show.
I'm just tossing it out there.
Hey, maybe
That would be big for us.
Maybe we look for just the best cookie. It doesn't matter of a chocolate chip variety.
We all bring in our favorite cookies and do head-to-head battles. They can be
Oh.
outrageous, crazy. I'm in for it.
Throwdown.
Yeah.
Favorite
Is there
throwdown.
famous Amos stores left?
I can't recall seeing one
No.
in a while.
I usually only see it on grocery stores and in vending machines.
Yeah.
You
Used to
said
be stores
California.
like Mrs. Fields. You'd
Right.
go in and get a cookie, and it'd be very
Yeah,
expensive.
it's like a mall chain, isn't it? Like Auntie Annie's pretzels and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
something.
I actually never thought of that. That's a good one. Might be.
All right, Jess, do you want to talk price and
I have the numbers. So the only one that is a little bit on the fence is the Trader Joe's because we got it on Amazon. The price fluctuates a lot. So just be mindful this could change very easily. For the Chips Ahoy, we got these on sale for $2.50. It's a 13-ounce package, so you're looking at 19 cents per ounce. Famous Amos was $2.50 again on sale. So that's 12.4 ounces, so it's 20 cents an ounce. And the Trader Joe's was picked up for $12.84, but it's 18 ounces. It's a pound and 2 ounces. So you're looking at 71 cents an ounce. The calories are pretty much the same.
Trader
It's-
Joe is 71 cents an ounce as opposed to 19 to 20 cents?
It's,
I mean, even if you got it at a cheaper price at Trader Joe's, it's still going to be well
little
above
high.
the others.
That made you a little uncomfortable, didn't it? The
More than
serving
triple the
size-
price.
It may have changed
Well-
his decision making.
No. Follow me through on this, though. Famous Amos says you can have 4. Those
That
are the
doesn't
second
matter.
smallest. Trader Joe
suggested
says you can have
serving size.
12. Chips Ahoy says 3.
No, it doesn't matter.
Well-
Still the same.
And it's not up to them. I can have them all if I choose.
That's right.
These are all single serving to you, and I agree because I do the same thing. So judgment-free zone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Make
Though-
the rows shorter. If you want me to eat less, make the rows shorter because
Turn them the other way.
a row is a serving size.
It's not up to them how many cookies I have.
Right.
Let's be clear. I'm a grown-up.
Yeah, Chips my
If
belly.
I want cookies for my dinner, I'm going to have cookies.
That's completely different. If we're snacking,
Those
is
that are
the
listening
snack
on the
suggest-
podcast,
serving.
it's 10 a.m. and this is what we're having for breakfast, and
It's
nobody's
10:21.
nobody's upset about this.
No. All right, should I do a little snack news and then
Snack
we'll
news.
wrap it up?
Sure.
All right, I thought this was a good post-Halloween story. Reese's has a solution for your unwanted Halloween candy. Oh, I love this. The company has created a candy exchange vending machine that allows people to trade in unwanted candy for Reese's peanut
I
butter
saw
cups.
it. I saw the machine on TV.
Isn't
I
that
got
only in New York?
Yeah.
You pour whatever you don't want in, and it figures out how much it should give you back in Reese's peanut butter cups, which is actually brilliant, right?
Yeah, the first machine appeared in Tarrytown, New York. I think it was New York based for this, and Reese's will donate.
She's going back in.
The
Ladies
traded
and gentlemen, she's going back in. Go ahead.
Reese's is going to donate the traded in candy to charity, so they're not just throwing it in the ocean or whatever you do with unwanted candy. So, Dave, you had mentioned to me this week, since you and I often talk snacks during
do.
the week, that
This doesn't stop here, folks.
the potato chip market is going to see a 4.4% sales gain by 2025. So I went and had a look and said, well, what are the top 10 potato chip brands in the United States?
Yeah.
And this isn't by company, it's just by the actual branding of it.
Yeah.
Can we guess
So-
what number 1 is?
Yeah,
I'm going to guess Lay's.
Lay's.
you are correct.
Yeah.
Number 2, also a Frito-Lay product.
Probably Doritos. Oh.
No, these are just
Oh,
potato
potatoes,
chips.
all right.
Ruffles.
Correct.
Ruffles, yeah. Ruffles have riches.
I am the snack authority. But
Number 3, which some may say is not a potato chip.
the Pringle.
Yes, and those are very popular.
I'm sorry.
You are so good at this. Oh my God.
Well, see, I can't expect you to know number 4 because it's just listed as private label. So these are the ones that manufacturers make for local stores.
Yeah, which would be Utz.
That's
Yeah, and
wise.
it could be, for example, those Whole Foods ones. I mean,
Yeah.
Whole Foods isn't making those chips. After
It's distributed
that,
by Amazon, though.
and Frito-Lay dominates this really. Wavy Lays is next, and they're also
It's a
from
ruffle.
they're a thicker ridge on the Wavy Lays, I believe. It's not the thin ridge.
Yeah, how about a kettle potato chip?
Number 6, Lay's Kettle Cooked.
Ah, there we go.
Number 7, Cape Cod. So they're not as popular as
I thought Cape
the
Cod got bought out,
standard
though.
chip. Yeah, I mean, this is just the branding.
Yeah, just a
of
brand
it.
name.
And number 8 is Utz. 9 is Kettle, the company that makes kettle chips.
Right on.
And number 10 is Hares, which I think is more Herrs. Hers.
Oh, yep,
Hares.
yep, yep.
I
Oh, yep,
think
I
it's
gotcha.
more regional. We don't see as many here.
I
but
don't
seen
even
it.
know it.
Yeah, I've
it's
seen
quite popular. And finally, I came across a story about vegan Halloween candy.
Yeah.
I realized that I didn't care enough to click on it. So I've got nothing to say about it. I thought, that's it. No, I don't care.
It's all vegan, right? It's sugar and water and deliciousness and happy.
If you
Yes.
put butter in, I
Butter,
guess.
egg,
Yeah.
any type of animal product.
Yeah, but a lot of it would be.
Well, Mikey
suitable.
made a good point that Skittles would be a big one because the peanut allergies and people allergic to chocolate and milk products and blah, blah, blah. Skittle, although just being the same flavor and it doesn't matter what it is.
American Dental Association would probably be okay with that 'cause imagine all the cavities they're going to be filling.
There we go.
These are pure sugar.
All right,
we
I
have
think
a
I
vote.
think it's time. I think it's time for the voting. So usually we start on this end somewhere, but I think let's do it the opposite for a
Oh,
change.
am I going to get to go first?
Let's
Yes,
see,
sir.
just so we can change it up a bit.
And Jess is going to be very disappointed in me because I like the famous Amos.
All right.
As first place,
I just the more dark is it like a darker
chocolate.
chocolate chip that really appeals to me.
in a thicker, the most thickest cookie part of it,
Yeah, dense.
shorter but thicker, followed by
It's close, but there's something really appealing about these little ones, you know. So I may have to go for the little Trader Joe's. Although, when you come down to the pricing difference,
well,
it's very hard to say this is so much better
Yeah.
than the other. I mean, I could eat 2 to 3 times as many of these Chips Ahoy. So
Fist
Single
size.
serving.
For that reason, I'm going to have to give the number 2 nod to Chips Ahoy.
Chips Ahoy in second. And third is the crispy crunchy chocolate chip
Trader
cookie by
Joe's.
Trader Joe. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to have to go the good old classic Chips Ahoy, followed by that little crispy crunchy job, then followed by the Famous Amos. Famous Amos is going to have to be my last one because there's just something about the way the dough tastes that I didn't care for. But I really like Chips Ahoy because it's just comfort food.
All right,
like
those
mac
are
and cheese.
completely different. Were you writing these down?
Oh, yeah.
I'm always
this
writing them down.
This is going to be complicated because I think everybody's going to be different here.
I'm pretty sure.
All right, what do you got, Jess?
Oh, everybody knows. I went back in for thirds of the Trader Joe Little Crispy Cookies. I'm probably not going to order them again because I feel like this I really will eat in one serving with just whipped cream on top because I'm disgusting.
Can you dunk or can you dip a chocolate chip cookie in anything?
In
is it-
chocolate.
Whipped
Caramel,
cream.
chocolate.
chocolate, hazelnut
People
spread.
do that?
I do.
Or how
Ice
about
cream.
the
But I'm pretty
chocolate chippy
gross.
cookie ice cream sandwich?
Chipwich.
That's a thing.
Yeah, but you know,
Toll House makes those.
you don't see. You see chips and dips, but you don't see here's a plate of cookies and here's the dip.
Well, most
Really?
most
Dip it in
normal
peanut butter.
people are satisfied just having the cookie.
Okay.
How am I going to make this better?
And I'm satisfied in a potato chip too, but
Yeah.
If you'll dunk this chocolate chip cookie, any chocolate chip cookie in milk, these are tiny enough. Why wouldn't you just pour milk in and eat it like cereal?
Chips Ahoy.
If you've had a rough day, then go ahead.
What is that? Cookie Crisp.
Second
or
in
it already
line-
comes in the tub. Just pour the milk into the
Yeah.
tub, and it's a party.
And there you go.
that will kill you, right? That's way too
Probably.
much. That's
We're not going to judge.
no.
That's what we're
no
not going
judge.
to do.
This is a judge-free zone here.
Second place for me is Chips Ahoy because I will probably buy them again because I buy them all the time. I just like Chips Ahoy. But these ones, just the size got me. And I will never, ever again eat a Famous Amos. I don't care if it's free. I don't care if it's doused in chocolate. I don't care for it. It's not a bad cookie. Just, it's gross to me.
Well, Dave, here's an interesting thing. You get to cast the winning vote because we're completely split.
Split,
One
yep.
If you
vote
look at
for
it,
each as the number
One vote each.
Who picked Chips Ahoy?
Mikey.
Mikey is going to take the lead because Chips Ahoy is the best cookie. And then followed by Famous Amos. And last is the Crispy Crunchy
You
Trader
are the
Joe's.
worst. Those are delicious.
Listen, if there was nothing else, I'm going to eat them. I'm sure they're not going to go to waste. There's plenty left. But
Oh, wait a minute. Do we have a snack you
they
told you're gonna tell us
cost so
actually
much
not to
more
get
than
rid
the others. And even take the price aside, I would choose them last. There's a reason why Chips Ahoy is number one, because it's number one. Look at all those chips in there.
I agree.
It's the best value. It's got everything going on.
You can find them everywhere.
Yeah.
You're never going to. You can even go into a 7-Eleven and get a little 4-pack of Chips Ahoy cookies. for crying
Chips
out loud.
Ahoy has two winners, and at the end, Trader Joe's came in twice at the bottom, and Famous Amos came out twice at the bottom. It's the craziest thing. I'm sorry. This
Yeah.
is wild.
This is science, folks. Don't try this at home. Actually, do try it at
Dude,
home.
you should try it at
Try this at home. You think you like a certain one until you go through this process. We're doing this so you don't have to. But you can if you want. And if I was listening, I would want to.
And if they have an idea, if you guys have any idea of a kind of snack we should dig into, an idea of what to pair against each other, please just let us know and contact us at thesnackauthority@gmail.com. Please let your snack eating friends know about it, share it, subscribe to it, give it a 5-star rating, and try the cookies. I want to know what you have to say about it.
Chips Ahoy.
Bye, guys.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.